Hello and welcome again. This is Haytham Ben Sliman and you are watching Ruby tutorials. In the previous video, I showed you how to print a messages to your console using the three functions, which was puts, p, and print. In this video, we will be discovering variables in Ruby. Let's go to the project that you have created in the last video, which is hello world, and let's create a new file. I'm gonna call it variable. Click OK and choose Ruby here and hit OK, and this is our file variable. Let's enter to the enter presentation mode and let's get started. The special thing about the Ruby language that in Ruby you don't have to specify the type of your variable when you are declaring it. That means, let me take another example of another language. For example, in Java, when you want to declare, for example, a string variable, you have to type string, then the name of the variable, then if you want to assign a value, you can do this. But in Ruby, you don't have to specify the type of your variable when you are declaring it. For example, let's say that I want to create a string variable. I'm gonna call it my var, and I will assign to it a string. I'm gonna type my name, Ben Sliman. This is how we declare variable in Ruby. You just have to type the name of your variable equals sign and assign the value that you want to effect. When I want to print the value of my variable to the console, all I have to do is to choose a function that of your choice, puts, p, or print. Then you have to type the name of your variable to your console. So let's press Ctrl S and to save our file, then run my file. So as you can see here in my console, the value of my variable, my var, was printed in my console. Now if I want to, for example, print the value of my variable inside the string, that means I want to concatenate it to another string. So let me say I have this string. I'm gonna delete this one, and I'm gonna say hello Mr. dot, and now I want to concatenate the value, my variable, inside the string. To do that, all you need to do is to type hashtag and opening and closing curly braces, and inside those curly braces you have to type the name of your variable, so my var. So I will repeat it for you. When you want to concatenate a variable inside the string, all you have to type is hashtag opening and closing curly braces, and inside those curly braces you have to type the name of your variable. So Ctrl S to save our file, and right click and run my file, and as you can see here, the message was successfully printed to the console, and it shows the name, the value of my variable, hello Mr. Haytham. So now let's imagine that I want to assign a integer value to my variable, and I'm gonna assign now, I think, 24. I will test this with you. Let's click Ctrl S and let me run my file. So the result was hello Mr. 24. So imagine that you have done this in, for example, in Java or C#. Imagine that you have declared a string variable, you assign to it a string, then in the next line of code you assign a different value, type of value, to your string, to your variable, like here 24. I think you will receive a beautiful exception in your error or exception in your output. This is not the case with Ruby. With Ruby, you can assign multiple type of values to a single variable. That doesn't mean that a variable can have multiple types in the same time, but the type of the variable change and vary corresponding to the type of the value assigned to your variable. So now I'm going to show you another thing. I hope I will not forget anything. In Ruby, when you want to declare a variable, you declare it with a lowercase, and when you want to declare a constant, you have to put the first letter in uppercase. For example, when I want to, let me create a variable. I don't know what to call it, but I'm gonna call it my constant, for example. My constant. As you can see here, it's colored with different color here because it's considered as a constant because it begins with an uppercase. For example, I'm gonna call it 0.8. Then I'm going to print this value to my console. I'm gonna put my constant. So Control S, run, and as you can see here, it printed to my console. Let me see if I can add another thing to this video. So I think that's it. I think that's it for this video. That's all for today. I hope that you learned something from this video, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.